I'm doing a screencast, obviously, over common pitfalls of web students. These are just things that I've noticed other students and myself even at times fall into during my time at the web degree in Full Sail, but also just hanging out with my friends who are web developers. It's going to be a short 10-minute screencast, but I'm going to break it into two 5-minute parts. So the first one is called Waiting for It. So many times I've heard, a student or even myself say, I'm just not inspired. But the thing is, it doesn't matter. If you're not inspired, don't push it. Just stop sitting around waiting for that idea that's going to make you big. What if that idea comes along and you haven't done anything? Will you even be capable of completing that awesome idea that you've sat around waiting for? So the second pitfall is working hard and long. Working smart is the answer. Hard and long hours are good for getting things done, making deadlines and such. But learn from your code. Learn from your designs. Make the web a better place with the code you put out. Don't be a contributor to the non-semantic storm that is sweeping across the interwebs. Sitting, waiting, and wishing. I call it the SWW Club. A lot of students are a part of the SWW Club. They have this attitude of complacency, and they think that sitting around, waiting, and wishing is the way to be. But don't worry. If you or a friend happens to be a part of this club, or maybe has this disease, perhaps, I have a 3-step cure to help you. Ask why more, want more, and teach. The first one we're going to go over is asking why. A lot of students will sit and lecture and they'll just soak it up. They never stop to ask the teacher or themselves why. But why is the most important question to ask. It shows that not only do you understand what you're being taught, but that you're ready to delve more into it and learn about it, what makes it that way, and the behind the scenes of the code. So why does that method work like that? Why is that the best way to code something? If you aren't asking why throughout your learning process, I have to wonder, are you learning? Teach, the second cure. Teach others, but mainly teach yourselves. I met a girl at front-end conference last year. She was a UCF student, and she was starting to create apps with Ruby, which amazed me because my school doesn't even teach Ruby. She then told me that she taught herself Ruby. She went out and did tutorials. She went to conferences and met people and bought books, and she learned it. She cared enough to go out and teach herself something that she wanted to learn, and that's what it takes in this industry. So don't wait around to be spoon-fed. Teach. The pink screen of death. The third and final cure to sitting, waiting, and wishing is to want more. Want more out of your career. Want more out of everything that you're learning right now. Whether you're a student in a formal setting, in a lecture, or you're just keeping up with the languages of the technologies that we use in this industry, you're still a student. So want more. I told my instructor one time that I disagreed with the requirements of a project. This was a few months back. It wasn't because I was feeling particularly lazy on this day, or that I was just feeling rotten, but it was because I believe that there was a better way of doing it, a better way of coding it. And my teacher told me that development isn't like that. He said, when a client comes to you and says, paint my house pink, you don't ask why or tell them that that's a horrible color choice. You shut up and you paint their house pink. I turned to my friend in class and I said, "Here's to never having to paint a house pink." And what I mean by that, and what I meant by that, is that it is our responsibility as web developers to ask why, to inform our clients that there are better options out there. I know there are situations when clients just won't listen to reason, and you just might have to paint their house pink. But my wish for all webkind is that web developers will rise up and just say no. They'll say no to bad browsers, no to poor decisions by clients, and no to non-semantic, poorly written code. The tide is turning, my fellow coders, and I hope that when it does, you're not on the pink house side of things. That is all for part 1 of the screencast. You can find me at alyssa.io or clevercode.net, and I wish you all a happy, I think it's Monday. Happy Monday.